हाय दोस्तों। आज अपन लोग टाटा पावर का एनालिसिस करेंगे, फंडामेंटल एनालिसिस एंड टेक्निकल एनालिसिस करेंगे। बिना देर करते हुए विल मूव इनटू द एनालिसिस डायरेक्टली। सो ये वीडियो में हम लोग थोड़ा बिट लेंथी होगा, वीडियो 5 to 10 मिनट्स का वीडियो होगा, बट इसके अंदर अपन लोग बर्ड आई व्यू लेंगे कंपनी का परफॉर्मेंस का, कंपनी का फ्यूचर कैसा रहेगा, इसका टेक्निकल एनालिसिस का। सो इंट्रोडक्शन पार्ट में हम लोग ये कवर करेंगे लाइक दिस कंपनी इट्स बिलोंग्स टू टाटा ग्रुप, and ये almost 100 years old company है which is into the manufacture production of power and transmit distribution and transmission of the power. And company is now moving towards from a conventional way of producing energy to the energy green energy side. So the current strength of the company is a renewable energy generation company generating 3,400 megawatts installed generation capacity. Presently, the company having this. The conventional energy generation is 10,150 megawatts installed conventional general capacity. The company has now. Currently, company has this. And transmission with 3,552 kilometer total transmission line capacity is already with the company, and company is distributing the power to 12.3 million customers, which means that 1.23 lakhs 1.1 crore 23 lakh customers they're serving presently in India. And then the company is having the EV charging infrastructure, which is a booming field in India. There's almost 2,200 EV charging stations installed across 352 cities. And the solar is another way of generating the green energy. It's almost 950 megawatt capacity. The power projects already installed, and projects were executed and completed. So the other manufacturing capacity of solars and cell module 135 megawatts, and EPC large projects is 9.7 gigawatts projects executed under pipeline. So ये जो पॉइंट ये 9.7 गीगावाट्स का प्रोजेक्ट है, ये अंडर पाइपलाइन है, अभी एग्जीक्यूशन में है। द मोमेंट ये जब एग्जीक्यूशन कंप्लीट हो जाएगा इसका, देन इसका बेनिफिट डायरेक्टली आपको टॉप लाइन में और उसका एबिटा में स्टॉक परफॉर्मेंस में दिखेगा। Obviously it's going to add a value, it's going to increase the numbers of the company, top line numbers, जैसा उसका सेल होगा या रेवेन्यू बोले वो इंक्रीज होगा, देन उसका एबिटा इंक्रीज होगा, देन अल्टीमेटली कंपनी का परफॉर्मेंस ईपीएस इंक्रीज होगा। जब ईपीएस इंक्रीज होगा देन ऑब्वियसली द कंपनी का द शेयर प्राइस मार्केट में डेफिनेटली इट विल इंक्रीज। सो ये सब एनालिसिस है ऑलमोस्ट लाइक 2 to 3 years के स्पैन बेस के अंदर कंपनी इज गोइंग टू हैव ऑलमोस्ट लाइक डबल इट्स। अभी FY22 का फाइनेंशियल्स परफॉर्मेंस देखेंगे ना कंपनी का, इट हैज गिवन वेरी गुड रिजल्ट्स। कंपनी का कंसोलिडेटेड रेवेन्यू 42,576 करोड़ रहा, 28% मोर देन कंपेयर टू प्रीवियस ईयर FY21। एंड उसका EBITDA में ऑलमोस्ट 3% का ग्रोथ हुआ है, विच इज ऑलमोस्ट लाइक नाउ इट्स इक्वल टू 8,191 करोड़, विच इज अ बिग नंबर इन द पावर इंडस्ट्री। एंड कंपनी का प्रॉफिट आफ्टर टैक्स इज ऑलमोस्ट 2,156 करोड़, विच इज आफ्टर टैक्स। After tax, the company, this amount is going to add to the reserves of the company, 2,156 crores, which is almost a 50% or more than the compared to the FY21. So it's really a big number. Now return on capital employed is 7.8%. इसका मतलब क्या होता है रिटर्न ऑन कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड? यहाँ पे कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड मतलब कंपनी का इक्विटी भी होगा, कंपनी का रिजर्व्स भी होगा, उसके साथ साथ कंपनी का जो लॉन्ग टर्म डेप्ट है, जो कंपनी का कर्जा है लॉन्ग टर्म, उसको मिलाकर टोटल कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड जितना है उसके ऊपर कितना रिटर्न जनरेट किया है कंपनी ने, 7.8% कंपनी ने उसके ऊपर रिटर्न जनरेट किया है। एंड देन रिटर्न ऑन इक्विटी, ROE का मतलब ये होता है कि जो कंपनी का प्योर कंपनी का पैसा है, सो मतलब उसका इक्विटी कैपिटल हो गया, उसका रिजर्व्स हो गया, उसके ऊपर कितना कंपनी ने इन्वेस्टमेंट में यील्ड लेके आया है, लाइक कितना रिटर्न आया है उसके ऊपर, इट्स ऑलमोस्ट 9.5% का कंपनी का ROE रहा है, विच इज अ गुड इन टर्म्स ऑफ इंडस्ट्री स्टैंडर्ड्स। एंड कंपनी का नेट डेट टू इक्विटी रेशो इतना है कि लाइक कंपनी 1.53 टाइम्स, इट इज 1.53 times, which means that 1 rupee of equity company having 1.53 debt, it means that only, मतलब कंपनी के पास 1 रुपये का इक्विटी होगा, देन उसका डेट इज 1.53, which is almost 0.53% is more. So future my company is having a good plan to bring this debt equity ratio to the below 1.5, which is again a very good number from the industry point of view. I'm sorry. And then why this 1.53? So इसका मतलब ये नहीं होता है कंपनी के पास कर्ज आए तो इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि कंपनी इट्स कर्जे में डूब जाएगी. लेवरेज लेने के लिए कंपनी के लिए कैपिटल स्ट्रक्चर के अंदर इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट द debt is going to play a very important role to increase the return on equity, to increase the return on equity of return to the equity shareholders. So debt is nothing but is a part of a capital structure. इसको देख के आई मीन लाइक घबराना नहीं चाहिए कि कंपनी के पास डेट है, बट ये पॉइंट देखना चाहिए कि कंपनी को जितना डेट है वेदर द कंपनी हैज द एबिलिटी टू रीपे दैट, वेदर कैश फ्लोज आर पॉजिटिव, वेदर द कंपनी ग्रोथ इज पॉजिटिव, CAGR कैसा है कंपनी का लास्ट 3 to 4 years का. देन we're going to see that after basis that analysis, basis that number, we're going to see whether this 1.53 is a big number or less number. But मेरे हिसाब से it is very good number 1.53. It can be come down once the company has the future, like whatever the investment made, अगर उसको realization start होगा तो definitely this number will come down over a period of 2 to 3 years. And then जो अपना credit rating agencies है, क्रेडिट रेटिंग का मतलब होता है कि एक इंडिपेंडेंट एजेंसीज होती है जो कंपनी का फाइनेंशियल परफॉर्मेंस, फाइनेंशियल हेल्थ देखकर, कंपनी का बैलेंस शीट देखकर उसके ऊपर कंपनी का रेटिंग देती है उन लोग कंपनी को. सो आज प्रेजेंटली मूडीज ने कंपनी को स्टेबल रेटिंग दिया है, डिक्लेयर किया है. एंड देन S&P अगेन कंपनी का पॉजिटिव स्टेबल रेटिंग दिया है. एंड देन स्ट्रेटेजिक पार्टनरशिप कंपनी के पास ब्लैक रॉक रियल एसेट्स ने ऑलमोस्ट लाइक विथ Mubadala इन्वेस्टमेंट कंपनी फॉर इन्वेस्टिंग 4,000 ग्रीन बिजनेस. कंपनी का स्ट्रेटेजिक पार्टनरशिप हुआ है एक इक्विटी फर्म से, प्राइवेट इक्विटी फर्म एंड रियल एस्टेट एसेट फर्म से. They are agreed to invest to invest 4,000 crores in green business. That's again a very good move. And new acquisitions completed for NRSS and transmission line, and LOI letter of intent is also received from the Southeast UP Power Transmission Company, which is again a good news for the company. So why all these are numbers and ratings, strategic partnership and new acquisition is important, because this is only the company, this will the ratings will tell the company stability in terms of the financial basis, the balance sheet. Strategic partnership and new acquisition will tell the company growth story, what is the company future. So this is the performance of FY22. So overall business is good. If you compare any analysis, any stock analysis, how we need to do, we need to just compare this present year number with the previous year numbers, and then see whether the current year how the company is performing, whether the trend of that particular company, whether be it revenue or EBITDA or profit after tax or free cash flows, we need to see whether it is increasing trend or decreasing trend, or it is just in ups and down. ये देखना बहुत जरूरी है कि अपने को अभी अब रेवेन्यू पे फोकस करेंगे तो इसमें क्लियरली दिखेगा अपने को FY18 में 19 में कंपनी हैज 26,430 crores का रेवेन्यू, कंसोलिडेटेड रेवेन्यू, which is growing in FY29, but again due to the COVID that it has dipped in somewhere around 1,000 crores ka. But again in FY21 में company has recovered very well, and 5,000, you can say almost 4,500 crores का company का revenue में increase हुआ है. And वहाँ से the company in FY22 में it's almost 28%, which is almost 9,000 crores का कंपनी का सेल्स बढ़ा है, रेवेन्यू बढ़ा है. इसका मतलब ये है कि look at the growth rate from the FY21 to FY22, it's 28% in 1 year. It's 28% in 1 year, which means this now whatever the investments made by the company in the last couple of years, that investments are realizing the money. I mean, that started generating the revenue. So that is the impact which we can see in FY22. The similar way, coming years we can see the more the increments in the revenue figures, which will be again 30, 40, 50% also we can be able to see the revenue growth, because the company is investing in the capex. And when you look at the CAGR is almost like 9%, which is very good rate to great in industry of growing. Which CAGR indicates that every year what is the rate, irrespective of the uh, I mean, like CAGR is basically a rate which indicates the growth of the company. And EBITDA में देखेंगे तो अगर EBITDA again now FY22 we had Russia and Ukraine war, because of that coal prices and everything has gone up. Despite that, the company has able to achieve some 3% in EBITDA. में company has a growth of 3% compared to, but there are a lot of factors happen like the fuel prices were gone up, and other inflation factors also part of this. Because of the company EBITDA is, though it is increased, but not that material level. And the company CAGR, if you look at that, it's grown by 6%. And company net profit after tax, it's really good, which is almost like 50% up compared to the FY21, and the CAGR is 14%. Now it's very important to look at the free cash flow of the company. If you look at the free cash flow of the company, which is in FY22, there is a negative of 2934 crores. What does it mean? Is it need to really worry? No, it is a very good signal that the company has invested 2000 almost 3000 crores in the capex. That is the free cash flow after capex. After incurring of the capex, that was the cash flow. I mean, like the company has incurred that much of cash for the capex, which is again an investment. Future may you will see that the benefit of that investments. Moving it now, basis the company currently, the company having whatever the capacity company has, almost 13,515 megawatts capacity, which has like 8,860 megawatts capacity from the thermal power, 880 from the hydropower, which is based on the water, and then waste heat recovery is 375 megawatts company, and wind is 932 megawatts, 932 megawatts. Now it's the solar again, it's very solar. If you look at the solar, it is like 2468 megawatts, the power generation capacity the Tata Power currently sold, and they are planning to increase this capacity. It's like anything. And then by 2040 or 2040 or 45, the company wants to have its 100% revenue from the solar green energy, rather than from the this thermal hydro wind power. They want to go for the eco-friendly green energy. So currently the distribution of installed capacity is like almost like 66%, and clean energy is clean and green energy is 34%. And now again, if you can look at that the ratings which is given by the independent rating agencies, CRISIL, almost like 67, which is given the first time rating, the top ranked Indian energy utilities, and Reuters has given B plus rating, 16% score improvement from B, and S&P is 67, top ranked in Indian energy. Everywhere it is a top, and it is compared to the previous year, it is improvement is there in everywhere. So we can see again, it is one of the indication that the company is doing really good, and it's going to continue to do the really good in future. So future plans of the company is like the company is planning to generate almost 30 gigawatts generation to expand its generation capacity to 30 gigawatts. And then as it already as we discussed, like पहले भी हमने discuss किया था कि company का debt equity ratio will be bring to 1.5, below 1.5. So the company is having a target to bring down its net debt equity ratio to less than 1.5, which means that the company has intention to repay its loans at the earliest, so that the company can have free cash flows. Again, the company can go for the future investment and can generate the revenue, and the company wants to maintain the return on equity 12%. I mean, what is the return on equity presently? The company having a return on equity, company return on equity 9.5%. So company wants to maintain the same to that 12%, which is again very good number from the equity point of view. And then from the growth investments, whatever happened, company is making, in that the company is expecting greater than 25,000 crores revenue from growth in revenue from the EPC engineering procurement contracts जो constructions का होता है उसका rooftop and pump verticals. So company is expecting a 25,000 crores revenue, which means that if you look at the turnover is currently 42,500 crores. So if you can add this 25, it will become almost like 67,000 crores. So it will within a span of 5 years, you can see that the company revenue is growing, like it will be a double easily. And net debt underlying debt equity ratio, which means that the company present, whatever the net debt divided by EBITDA ratio is there. So company wants to bring that to 3.5, less than to 3.5x, which means that the company का जो भी net debt होगा, company का जो भी net debt होगा, वो it will be easily repayable with the 3.5 years of 3.5 साल का जो भी EBITDA company generate करेंगी, which equivalent to that 3.5x. And company presently serving 1 crore 23 lakhs customers, but now company wants to increase its baseline to greater than 40 millions, which is again 4 crores, directly 1.23 crores to 4 crores, which is a huge number. And definitely the impact of this will be easily seen on the top revenue and then profitability of the company. If you can move it to the technical analysis, if you look at the technical analysis, the chart of the almost 1 year, what company is showing it, like whereas our green line indicates that is a BSE power index, and then this is BSE sensex, the red line. So blue line is Tata Power. So if you can see in September 21, there was a breakout where the company after a long consolidation has given a very good breakout. From 122 it has moved to almost 240, which means that 120, which means 100% company has generated given a stock appreciation in a span of 1 year. Again, the company is now in a consolidation phase. If you compare with the Nifty also, the company has given the stock has given very good returns within a span of 1 year, and now the company stock is in consolidation zone after that. So if you look at the technical analysis which we have seen, this the RSI is like it is from currently the stock is performing in a consolidation zone. Uh, after a certain period of time from here, like I'm just recording this video in February 15, February 15, 16, but after like 1-2 months or before that only, there might be a possibility that the company have the stock may have the strong breakout, because this is a very big consolidation is happening. So after 1 month or 1.5 months, we can see a big breakout here. If the breakout happens, then it can easily touch 250. Is going to touch almost 250 rupees the stock price within a 2 to 3 months, which we can expect. And then MACD factor is also saying it's almost like it will going to cross, blue line is going to cross a red line, which is an again indication that the company the stock is going to enter into the bullish zone. So presently I am bullish on the stock basis the fundamental analysis. The company is a multi-bagger stock. After 4 to 5 years, we can see that the stock price easily it will be almost triple what is currently it has. It means it can be 600 or 650 after 5 years, basis my analysis. And basis the technical analysis, like in after 2 to 3 months, we can see at least 10 to 15% return basis the after consolidation. If breakouts happen within 2 to 3 months, we can see at least 10 to 15% appreciation in the stock. So this is what our analysis. Again, I would like to give a disclaimer here. This video is only for education purpose. Views expressed in this presentation purely personal in nature. Please do your own research before investing in the stock. Thank you. दोस्तों, आपको ये वीडियो का एनालिसिस कुछ समझ में आया? Like if you feel it is helpful, please like this channel, subscribe, and if you have any suggestion, please do comment in the comment section. Thank you.